Have you ever felt like you're one in a million in the business world? Like you look around the left and the right, there's a million photographers and there's 100,000 coaches, and you're wondering, who am I? How do I fit into this space? And most importantly, how do I stand out so that the right customers find me and want to work with me? Well, you're in the right place today. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to share with you a really, really important mindset shift that you need to have when it comes to creating content and attracting dream clients. And this is something that I do not see enough business owners do. They're so focused on the product and what they do that they don't even think about this at all. So get this right, and oh my gosh, you're gonna instantly stand out. So in case you don't know me, I'm Heather, the copywriter, and I help women entrepreneurs scale to 6 figures using videos just like this. Super simple to do, but a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dive in. I really like to keep these videos short and to the point for you. And this is stuff that by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to take away and apply this right to your business, shift right away, which is always awesome. So here's the first thing that I want you to know, that you are different. What you do and what your product is are totally different. And maybe you've kind of heard that before, but let me frame it this way. Apple does not just sell computers and iPhones. That's their product. That's how they help you. Really what they sell is functionality, right? If you think about it, talk about 1,000 songs in your pocket, that's functionality. That's ease of use. That's taking something like a computer that before was bulky and complicated and hard to understand and required almost a degree to use, and they made it simple. They made it user-friendly. They made it functional. So Apple is a company that sells functionality, and their product is the computer. So you could go right now and try to sell an Apple computer, and maybe you talk about it has 12 gigs of RAM and its processing speed is blah 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 or whatever, and you're immediately going to lose people because your focus is on the product, right? You're not talking to the functionality side of it, the ease of use, the innovation side of it. And so what you need to do with your business is think about, what is it that you do? Not the products you have. The products are how you get your customers there. But what is it you do? If you're a photographer, you are capturing memories that these people will never be able to recreate again, right? So I had a problem with our wedding photos a while back, and those are memories that I will never get back, right? And so there's a loss there. And the same is true of your business. What is it that you're really selling? What emotions are you pulling in for your clients? What are the results that you're getting to them? Because that is what you're selling. And that's a really, really big difference. Anyone can talk about the technical side of it. If you look at a car, look at different car ads right now. Really, really watch them. Yes, they'll talk about some of the features, but really what they're selling you is the emotion behind it, right? So they're talking about ease of use and how cool you're gonna look, or how much space you're gonna have. Or if it's a van, they're going to talk about safety ratings, because that's what's important to the people who drive those kind of cars. So I want you to think the same thing about your business. What is it that you do? What results do you get people? What kind of company are you? And so think about that. Think about that a lot, and start to shift the language as you're talking to people, right? And all of a sudden, you're going to notice people really paying attention to you. You're really going to start to be able to talk to them and talk to those emotions and pull people in, because anyone could put together a course or program, but how are you going to make them feel through it? Are you going to make them feel safe? Are you going to make them feel excited? Are you going to make them feel nostalgic? All those things are really, really, really important. Now, we can't just have emotion. Yes, we also have to have and talk about, the logistics side of it, sure, but emotion always comes first. So think about you and your business. What is it that you do? And if you need any help with this, go ahead and drop a question in the comments, and I can help you work through it. This is a two-way street here. Yeah, maybe I'm on YouTube, but I want to interact with you. I want to have a relationship with you. I want to help you through what's keeping you stuck. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, you never know who's reading your post or watching your video at any given time. And so it's not your job to say, oh no, I can't show up today, no one's watching, or no, I don't want to post today because no one's even reading it, so what's the point? No. It is your job to show up consistently. And no, sometimes you need breaks, and I absolutely get that, but you show up as consistently as you possibly can, because you don't know who's waiting at the other end of that post. You don't know which customer needed to hear that today, and you don't know if Will Smith is watching your video. Hey, Will. Right? You never know. And so don't ever stop because you're thinking, oh, what's the point? Who's watching? Who's paying attention? Someone is paying attention. Someone out there needs what you have to say and wants to hear your perspective and get your version of it, because we all have different versions of what we do, of our businesses, right? So I'm a copywriter, and my copy is going to sound so different from other copywriters. And again, we all have the same general foundation of, most of us know headlines are important, we know how to structure sales pages, etc. But I've worked with different clients than they have. I have different experiences than they do, and so because of that, my content tends to be very nurturing and a little bit playful and a lot of fun, right? But their content, maybe it's more serious. Maybe they're great copywriters who work more in the finance world and they think a little bit more logically. And great, we need different versions of every type of business, because the people who think and act more logically might not necessarily need me as a copywriter. And I can easily say, hey, we're not a good fit. Go check out, this other copywriter. So that's another really important shift I want you to have, because I think it's easy to say, oh no, I have to be all things to all people. And that's just not true. You have to be the best version of yourself, right? And not that there's pressure on everything has to be perfect. It's just that you have to show up just as you are. So these are two really, really critical mindset shifts that I want you to take into whenever you're creating content. One, show up anyways. I mean, that's the second point, but you know what I mean. Number one, show up anyways, because you never know who's reading and watching who needed to hear exactly what you just said. And number two, remember, what you do and how you do it are two completely different things. So I hope that helped you today. I hope that's an important mindset shift for you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video that I do. Hopefully you're binging these. So just click next. Thank you. And if you haven't, please subscribe and like. That really helps me a lot. It helps me grow my channel. And if you know anyone who could use this advice, if you know a business owner who's kind of wondering who they are, please share this with them. I'd really love to uplift and expand and help a lot of people out. So yeah, can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.